The samurai and the ninja, two of the most legendary figures in Japanese history. One bound by honor, the other by shadows. But were they truly enemies? And what really happened when they crossed paths? Watch until the end for the craziest part of this story. A battle that would decide the fate of an entire ninja clan. The samurai rose to power in the late Heian period, around the 12th century. They became the warrior class of Japan, serving powerful lords known as daimyo. By the time of the Kamakura shogunate in 1185, the samurai had become the backbone of Japanese society. Their code, Bushido, the way of the warrior, demanded loyalty, discipline, and above all, honor. To be a samurai was to live a life dedicated to your master, your clan, and your sword. Bushido had a dark side. To fail your master or bring shame meant ritual suicide, seppuku. A samurai's death could be as honorable as his life. They fought openly, face to face, believing that anything less was dishonorable. And armed with the katana, the yumi bow, and heavy armor, they became feared warriors across Japan. But in the shadows, another force was rising. The ninja, or shinobi, emerged during the same period, though they are most famous during the Sengoku Jidai, Japan's warring states era between 1467 and 1615. Unlike the samurai, ninjas came from the lower classes. They were mercenaries, spies, and assassins. Where the samurai fought with honor, the ninja fought with cunning. The ninja's home was in the mountains of Iga and Koga. These clans became masters of espionage, sabotage, and guerrilla warfare. Their skills were so feared that lords across Japan hired them to infiltrate castles, steal secrets, and assassinate rivals. The weapons of the ninja were not always the mythical tools we see in movies. Yes, they used shuriken, throwing stars, but more often they carried simple tools like smoke bombs, grappling hooks, and short swords. Their greatest weapon was deception. They disguised themselves as peasants, monks, or merchants to gather intelligence unnoticed. Legends even claimed they could vanish, walk on water, or control animals. In reality, these were clever tricks, illusions that created the myth of superhuman powers. Samurai despised the ninja. To them, sneaking in the dark was dishonorable. But that didn't stop samurai lords from hiring them. Even the greatest warlords used ninjas when it suited their needs. One of the most famous clashes came during the rise of Oda Nobunaga, one of Japan's most powerful samurai leaders of the 16th century. In 1579, ninjas from the Iga province launched a successful resistance against Nobunaga's invading forces. Using guerrilla tactics, traps, and sabotage, they inflicted heavy losses. But Nobunaga was relentless. And here's the crazy part you waited for. 2 years later, in 1581, he returned with a massive army, over 40,000 men. The Iga rebellion was crushed. Thousands of ninjas were slaughtered, and their strongholds destroyed. Yet survivors fled and continued their work in secret, carrying their legacy into the Tokugawa era. Another famous figure tied to the world of ninja was Hattori Hanzo, a legendary samurai of the Tokugawa clan who also commanded ninja forces. He became so feared that his name lives on in Japanese folklore, blending history and myth. So who would win in a fight, a samurai or a ninja? The truth depends on the battlefield. In a one-on-one duel, the samurai's training, armor, and weapons gave him the advantage. But in the shadows of the night, the ninja had the upper hand. Their tactics were designed to avoid direct combat, to win through deception, not brute force. By the 17th century, Japan was unified under the Tokugawa shogunate. With peace came the decline of both samurai warfare and ninja activity. Samurai became bureaucrats and enforcers. Ninjas faded into legend. But their stories endured. Today, the samurai are remembered as noble knights, their Bushido code inspiring countless films and books. Ninjas became icons of stealth and mystery, exaggerated into invisible assassins with supernatural powers. Both left legacies that stretch far beyond Japan, shaping global culture and imagination. The samurai stood for honor. The ninja thrived in shadows. Both shaped Japan's history, one through the blade, the other through secrecy. And while they fought on opposite sides of morality, they were two sides of the same coin, warriors of a nation caught between order and chaos. So the question remains, which left the greater mark on history, the noble samurai or the mysterious ninja? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more hidden history and untold stories of the past.